Now we have count rows function. Count, as the name is suggesting, count rows function counts the number of rows. But how? So count rows function counts the number of rows in a specified table or a table defined by an expression. So we can pass a table or an expression that is defining a table. So the syntax is count rows and a table. So this square brackets I used indicates that table parameter here is optional. So if we pass the table parameter here or the name of the table, then it will consider that particular table, or else the home table it will be considering if we don't pass any table name here. Home table means inside which table we are just uh, doing our calculation, and the count rows function returns a whole number. And if the table argument contains no rows, the function returns blank. If this function is not supported for use in direct query mode when calculated columns or RLS rules. Now, if I go to my Power BI desktop, I'll just want to show or calculate the total number of rows inside this orders table, right? So I have this text specific table over here, right? I have attached the link into my description. You can just check this particular table, how we can create a text specific separate table inside our data model, right? Now I am creating a new measure here. I'll show you number of rows in orders table. So here we will be using count rows function and the table name. So table name is, we have orders table, and if I press enter, it will evaluate something, and inside a card, number of rows, this one, we have nine, this much of total number of rows. And if I just try editing this function, let's say if I don't pass this orders table, then home table we have is the text specific table. So what it will consider? Count rows, right? And if I try to commit it as it is, it is giving me some error because this is the text specific table, and it does not contain any real data, right? So this text playlist cannot be used in computation because we don't have any particular columns here, right? So whatever we have done is we have done in all the calculations here. So if I just try to include it in some order table, then what will happen? It has written the actual number of rows inside that particular table, the home table. Right now, if I go back to my text playlist table, and let's say here, if I give orders and commit it, it will give me the result. So this is how this count rows function is being used.